all. Thanks for coming back and seeing us here at the San Diego Automotive Museum's next episode of What's Under the Tarp. Check this beauty out. This is a really neat car. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Not a small car, certainly.
No, that might give you a hint as to time period. Look at the line on the windshield here. You can just make out some sort of partition here. Yeah, so we got a little bit of a something right here. What is that called? All right, take a look. Take a look at the conformation of the vehicle. If you look at me, I'm 5'3". Taller than I am. Tucked in back in a little bit. What is it? Come on, aficionados. You know you want to know. What decade does that tell you about? Got a partition on the windshield there. All right, so I'm gonna stop the suspense. Beautiful black liner of a vehicle. Stunner and a half. Okay, how do you grab it from outside, Steve?
What?
You got it?
Yep.
All right. Take a look at this car. Now, for those of you that might be starting to scream foul already because it's a four-door car, nah. Still beautiful. Look at all the chrome. Look at the lines on this thing. You got Art Deco running around on this all day long. Got a little schmutz on it, but that happens. But take a look at this lovely hood ornament, or, depending on whether you're in Britain, motor mascot. What do you think that is? You get a profile, you can tell it's a face. That, gentle viewers, is a Pontiac hood ornament. Taking a look at this and tells you right there too, but that tells you because it's an Indian head there. And as you can tell by the brake and the windshield, that is definitely before 50 or 51 when they did one pieces. So this is a 1940.
1940.
Yeah, 1949 Deluxe. Pontiac Deluxe.
Pontiac Deluxe Sedan.
Those handles over. So,
And notice this was commonly called suicide doors because the rear doors opened out this way.
which, by the way, is easier for people who have skirts to get in.
Right. And again, with both doors open, it provides a very welcoming entrance to the car.
But take a look at that interior. That interior is stunning. The wood inlaid there, it's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is faux wood that is painted on the metal to look like wood.
Yeah, because the care for the wood is just ridiculous.
All right. So, but that's of the era, also.
But I also just love the steel work there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The knobs are amazing.
Yep.
Just there's so much elegance going on from the era that you see in here that it's just astounding. I mean, just look at the details in here, and then just the handles. The handles are stunning. I love these cars.
Right. Well, so this 1940 Pontiac Deluxe Sedan, I am told, was restored by the original family of the original owner back to like new condition. And for quite a while, if it wasn't a two-door car, people kind of went, oh, come on, who wants a four-door sedan? Today we're finding that that's changing a bit, and there's more appreciation for cars that were in more of the configuration that an everyday car was in.
Right.
So, but this wasn't a matter of someone restoring the car because they hoped they could make some money on it or something like that. It was restored out of family pride, and he spent far more on the car, of course, and he knew it at the time than he could ever get out of it were he to sell it. hence why he decided to donate it to us rather than do that. And you'll notice there's a large trophy there in the back seat. That is because the owner that restored the car won first place at the San Diego Cops and Rodders Pontiac show in 1999. 20 years later, in 2019, we took this car back to the same show. And we won Best Pontiac at the same show in 2019. So 20 years later, two nice awards for the same car. That, to me, that's nice closure on the car. The owner had the bear in the car, so we've kept it that way because out of respect for the way he had the car put together. Another neat feature of this car, we can see the Pontiac shape here. Well, that's also the hood release. So we lift this up, and that's how we open the hood.
Nice.
So this is a flat head, meaning the valves are not in the head, they're in the block, 6-cylinder engine. And notice the unusual configuration of the battery, which, given the space, they went with this kind of strange looking, very long and narrow 6-volt battery.
When did they switch over from 6 volt to 8?
To 12?
12, yeah.
Well, for most of Detroit, it wasn't until, in some cases, the mid-50s that they switched over. There were some makes that were ahead of that, but you still had 6-volt cars into the 50s.
Yeah.
Those are the horns, almost little works of art
Yeah, they're neat.
in themselves.
One thing that people really like working on these cars is how much space you have to do stuff on the engine.
So when we're done under here, we just put the hood down and then latch it.
Being incorporated into the body, which the 30s you generally saw them outside of the fenders. This is is merging them into the body of the car. Grill work always is spectacular. The Art Deco lines in here, you'll notice the lines inside the metal here. It's not just a plain strip, it's got beveled little lines in there. And it goes all the way across the body of the car. It's got white walls.
Yeah, here's what, well, you notice, you see this? So it's for ventilation. That's as far as it opens, but it opens enough to get some nice ventilation for the back seat.
Because of World War II, production was ceased in 1942.
Well, yeah, really, very early in 42. So this was kind of one of the last designs before World War II.
Right. But you gotta love the styling and just the detail, where it's got, some of the Art Deco touches from the 30s. But it's got those larger kind of pontoon fenders going on that was very indicative of the 40s starting. And then, of course, I don't know, the general just elegance of the cars. I really like that.
Particularly for a car that in the day wasn't considered a luxury car or a high-end car.
Right.
This was an everyday car, but still it had, as you say, elegance and
It's got a lot of style to it.
and stature, I think, is a word for it too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. So, again, thank you for joining us for another episode of What Was Under the Tarp. I hope some of you got at least maybe the the generation correct from your guesses. I'm hoping somebody guessed. So, I'm going to say goodbye from us here. This is Steve from the storage facility.
Thanks again.
And I'm Pandora from the Automotive Museum. And come visit us again for another episode of What's Under the Tarp.